Yeah, being in Minnesota. Oh, by the way, I live in Montrose, Minnesota. She lives in Delano, Minnesota. Being in Minnesota in the winter, it is hard to stay active, especially when you can't do something like shovel snow. Shoveling snow is just too difficult for me. One of the things I was in physical therapy for was my back, but it's not a back injury or anything. It's just tension in the back muscles where they're so tight that you walk like, when I started, walk like 50 yards and my back was already hurting. For the most part, that's been alleviated quite a bit. I can go well over a half hour without my back hurting. But still got a long ways to go in that area, but it's good enough for a good start.
Okay, what is the worst thing about being obese?
Oh, not being able to go on a walk without knowing where I'm going to sit down. I don't dare take my kids to something like the state fair because if I have to sit down on the ground, it's extremely difficult for me to get up again. And if there's no place else to sit down, I'm going to have to sit down somewhere. So I'm going to end up sitting down on the ground.
To me, the worst part is having to look at my furniture and wonder if it's too small for me. I hate having to go into a store and the first thing I do is look for the weight restriction on the furniture to see if I can buy it because it can handle heavy enough people. You have to go to the special section at the store. I would just once like to walk into the normal store and buy normal clothes. That would be kind of awesome. Instead of having to go to the big girl shops that have, larger sizes. For some reason, they think people lose all of their fashion sense once they get a little bit larger. I don't know why that is, but all of a sudden, all they make is tents. There's no fashion sense. It's kind of scary. I mean, you really have to go look around to find anything that has any class at all. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, I went to Big and Tall Men's store the other day, ended up leaving empty-handed because even though I only have one shirt other than old work shirts that fits me, I ended up leaving empty-handed because they could not supply me with anything close to what I wanted.
Right. Well, and you're probably even more limited because Minnesota doesn't have a lot of big boy stores.
Yeah, it was a Big and Tall Men's store though.
Yeah. But I don't know if I have anything else.
Well, talking about the chairs, going into offices, like a doctor's office or something, and first thing I have to look for is a chair that has no arms.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'll never get out of it again. They'd have to have people help me out of it.
Surgically remove it.
Practically. At least grease it up a little bit.
Right. Also at the stadium seating, every time I go to a sporting event with my husband, I gotta sit with my arm around him because there isn't enough room for us to sit shoulder to shoulder. It's really uncomfortable. There's certain things I just try to avoid. I don't like to run into people that used to know me in school because I was so small and cute and whatever when I was in school. And I don't go to class reunions because it's just embarrassing. I do go to the beach. I'm not modest. I'm just embarrassed. So, you always got things like that too that are just really, they get to be difficult. I'm a little worried about whether or not I could go to like the Valley Fair amusement park, whether or not I would fit in the rides. I always thought I'd like to go horse riding, but I don't want to make the horse endure such pain.
Well, there's a lot of guys that are your weight.
Right,
I mean,
but
my weight, no, but your weight.
I just, it's got to the point where it's time to do something. You got to do something. At some point, you just got to do it. You got to stop stop what you were doing because it's not working and start a new plan. Let's see. Oh yeah, you brought on the other ones about your working.
Yeah, I really feel that I need something to get me down below 300 pounds quick, which is over 100 pounds right there, just so that I could get a job. Right now I haven't been working since August. Nobody's going to hire me under the current job market when they can hire somebody that's 20 years old and in perfect physical condition. I don't have skills that could be used in an office, so I couldn't, I can't rely on a college degree because I don't have one.
Right. Well, and I think that too, you don't even know how much discrimination is out there when you go looking for a job. Currently, I'm working at the local bank, but before getting that job, I would say I applied at hundreds and hundreds of places, and I do have a 4-year degree and certifications and things, and a lot of experience. And they would be so excited to meet me and come on in and let's sit down and talk and work out a deal. And then as soon as they'd see me, they'd go cold. They'd be like, oh, and then the interview was over pretty much. They were just trying to buy their time till they'd get me out the door. And it was a lot. It was very disheartening to have that kind of discrimination. It isn't overt and it isn't something you can probably sue against. But it is obvious. I mean, it was very obvious. It happened probably 6 times last time I was in the job market, where they were so excited, they couldn't even get me there fast enough. As soon as they met me, not going to do that. And it's too bad for them, really, because I'm probably one of the best workers out there. I work a lot for not a lot of money, and work hard. So.
Well, the physical therapists that I was working with always say that I'm one of the hardest workers. That they really thought I put maximum effort into it. There's one that I always did my at-home workouts. There's one that the more I did, though, the more they wanted me to do. And
right.
I try to tell them I'm pushing things to the max already. I don't have any more. But she just wants to get the most out of anybody she can get. If she thinks, well, if you can get that much out of yourself, we got to be able to get 20% more out somewhere.
Right. Well, and I think that's kind of the point of physical therapy. It pushes you a little bit beyond your comfort
yeah.
zone.
I used to tease her and call her Julian.
All right. So do we have anything else to add? That's all I had on my quick list of questions, I guess.
I think we covered our time here.
All right. And so I guess we'd like to just kind of close with, I hope you could consider our application, and that's about it, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.